Hi, how are you? I'm early. Yes, I'm 4 minutes early. I'm very sorry, but you know what I'm like. I'm a nightmare. I'm hoping. I've got this little weird fan aircon unit. Aircon. It's so loosely an aircon unit. It's basically a fan with a little reservoir in the top that you can put water or ice, and allegedly that means that it's an aircon unit. But my point is, if it's too loud, tell me. I don't think it is. No, you can just hear, I mean, it's no louder than the computer, I don't think, which I can't hear right now. And I did have a fan on the back of the computer, but it was so loud. It was like on the multimeter, whatever you want to call it, on the reader. It was like in the orange. It was hilarious. I was like, well, I can't have that on whilst I'm live streaming or recording then, but that's fine. So, back in the studio with the lovely Channon Bailey, once again from Lakeland, Florida. It is the 13th of August. It is coming up to 11 in the morning, and let's see who's in the room. So, David Lemitz seemed to somehow get a message in here before I got in here, and again, this is me being an idiot, but it's probably something about scheduling a live stream means people can start chatting before we're actually in, but that's awesome. Dan Lee is here this morning already. Hello, Dan. Nathan's back. Woo! It's lovely chatting to you, Nathan. Mr. Screwfix himself. He is the DIY king of the internet. I feel like, at least, he is the most competent DIY person that I think I've ever spoken to. Aside from, no, I don't think my sister is, but I think she's very, what's the word? She'll go for it. She's very ballsy about it, which is awesome. And Nathan is saying, how's the car, Em? I need a new battery for mine. Not driving it over lockdown has made it rubbish. No matter how much I tried to recondition it. Yeah, the car it's fine. I had to get up this morning and I had to get up this morning and take my car in. No. So it had a service last week and everything was fine aside from the rear shock absorbers. My shock absorbers have been weeping for years, and the regular guy that I go to is always like, don't worry, it'll be fine. And I saw a different person this time, and she was like, yeah, you probably should change your rear shock absorbers, and the front ones are fine, so that's fine, and I have to do a brake fluid change, if that makes sense. Well, something else was wrong. Not wrong, but oh no, it was just a general service. But yeah, oh no, the aircon was not working, but I think that was their fault. I think they forgot to re-gas it last time I came in, which is awesome because I've got a couple of long drives coming up, and if it's anything, oh, got all blurry. If it's anything like it's been the last couple of weeks, the only thing I need literally is aircon, and it's working, so I am happy. But yes, in short, the car is fine. Thank you for asking. I'll have to go and go back and pick it up later on today, but I had a really nice walk. I walked and I listened to I listened to some of the tracks from the live final that we're doing, that we're recording, not this weekend, next weekend. But my iTunes and my phone didn't quite sync up properly, so I ended up having some old versions, which are no longer, it's not that they're not relevant, but they're just not quite what they are now. And then some of them just didn't sync at all, which was awesome. So I had 3 out of 9 songs that were correct, and the others were either just not there or the wrong versions, which was fun to find out once I was already walking. It was really nice. I found a new route to the place where I get my car serviced, which is always nice and incredibly boring for you, so I apologise. David Lemitz, hello! Again, like I said, you managed to put a message in here before I even got in here, which I don't know how you did it, but thank you for the cat in a box. Love a good cat in a box. Oh, this is going to sound weird. Went to put something in the recycling this morning. Saw a lovely little ladybird, and it made me think of you, David, so that's nice. And Jed's in as well. Hello, good morning, Em, and our chosen few family. Yes, sorry, love it. David saying, morning, people. Emily Young is here again. Hello, Emily. Hey, Emily, sorry I can't stop. Just wanted to come say hi. Hope you're good. Thank you very much. Enjoy whatever you're going to do, and I'm glad that you're busy and doing stuff. That's always fun. Jed says it's gorgeous here. Short storm last night. Yeah, I was waiting to be woken up by a storm, and it didn't happen, and I was gutted. I did wake myself up. I was having very horrible, like, I don't usually have nightmares. I had a really horrible nightmare last night. It was awful. I just woke up feeling really, awful. But anyway, this morning we had a downpour for, it probably lasted about 10 minutes, and we got some thunder and lightning, so I was happy. It was quite, it was quite awesome. And now it's just a bit grey, a bit muggy. It's fine. I've had a nice walk. I'm happy. So a bit of fresh air does me the world of good. And now some sort of vaguely iced, watered air is doing something. I mean, I don't know. It's better than a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Danley says, morning Nath, I'm great, thanks mate. How have you been doing? Morning Em, morning Dan, lovely to see you. And Carl Bayliss is in. Hello Carl, how you doing? Morning all, hope everyone is good. Nathan says, oh yeah, my aircon too. Thanks for reminding me, I keep forgetting until I'm sat in the car. Worst time to realise. Man, I've been driving around, like I said, it went in for the service last week, but before that, I did a couple of, not long, well, fairly long trips, I suppose, like 6 hour round trips, a couple of those. And in this it wasn't quite as hot as it's been this last week, but it was like in the high 20s, and the thing is, I'm fine if it's just me, because it's like, it's fine, I'll deal with it, it is what it is. When I've got other people in the car, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. So I had my husband in, which again is like, he's fine, of course, like he's chill about it. But then I have a mother-in-law, and I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry, it's so hot, and we have to have the windows open, and it's really loud, and we can't hear anything. Like, my hearing's shot, my husband's hearing is shot, my mother-in-law's hearing is shot. It's just like, yeah, it's just basically a few hours ago. What? Anyway. Right, Charlotte's in. Hello, Charlotte. How is the studio? How was your night last night? Me and Tony were talking about just, yeah, what a nightmare. So Charlotte had a bit of flooding in her studio last night. When we spoke yesterday, when she was on the live stream, she thought it was all right, and then it was not okay. And I was putting up pictures of my fan wars because it was so hot. She was putting up pictures of her fans drying out her studio. It's like, oh goodness. So she's decided that the next studio she's going to have is on the first floor, like mine, which I said, well, you're going to have to deal with the anxiety of just being paranoid. This is my paranoia that my studio's going to fall through the ceiling into the garage. Completely irrational. It's not going to happen, but it's. And she said, yeah, that's fine, I'd rather have that. I was like, oh, fair enough. And Nathan says, I'm all good, I'm awake today. Haha. Yeah, it sounds like you've been working super hard, and I hope, yeah, 27 hours you said that you were doing DIY for your mum? I mean, that is pretty amazing. I must say, I'm quite impressed by that. And, oh my gosh, Roger Batting is here. Hello, Roger. I don't think I've seen you on one of these live streams. So Roger is a member of the Remote Recording Business course. This is so cool. I've been enjoying your posts so much on Instagram and stuff. It's always so brilliant to see everyone that's kind of implementing stuff and then like growing, and it's like people are responding and they're getting busy. Oh, I love it. So Roger, I'm enjoying everything you're putting out there. It's so cool. So Roger says, hey Emily, thunder everywhere here. Overhead bleed. Good luck with the session and all. Yeah, no, nightmare. I'm very lucky that so far in the last 5 years, I was going to say insulation, sound isolation seems to be good in my studio. And it's funny. So downstairs from here is our garage, which we've half turned into a gym, and every day my husband basically runs for around about 2 to 2.5 hours. Don't ask. And you can hear it through the floor. And when he started, I was like, oh my goodness, please don't let this bleed into the live room. And anyway, it hasn't ever, which is awesome, because sometimes he likes to really listen to Iron Maiden really loud. Nobody wants that recorded on their tracks, I don't think. I know I don't. And Jed saying hello to Nathan. Nathan, hey Charlotte, what's the latest with the studio? I hope everything's okay. Yeah. Dan saying hello to Jed. Oh, I love everyone's just so lovely. And Charlotte says she's eating her breakfast, waiting for insurance to phone back. Currently working on how much a carpet costs. Do you know what, Charlotte? Can I just say I appreciate your positivity. Because even through something like this, which is like, it's a nightmare. Like that is what you're still staying like really positive. You're laughing at the situation, and I think that's amazing. And I just want to say you're amazing. Basically, that's what I want to say. Nathan says, is normal carpet more or less expensive than drum carpet? I think that all the floors are carpeted from what I saw. So like the floors of the studio are actually carpeted, so it's just the whole thing. But I'd imagine, in fact I don't know. Dan Lee, oh dear Charlotte, yeah, it sucks. Charlotte says, off to the studio in a bit, I'll keep you posted. Aha, thanks for thinking of me, staying calm with this chat and live stream. We'll stop talking about it because the last thing I want is for you to get more stressed. And Carl says, Charlotte, baby, everything crossed for you and loads of good wishes coming your way. Yeah, dude. I can't tell you how much I feel like we're all just there, just going, oh, our hearts go out to you, Charlotte, for sure. Right, just checking up my phone as well. Silent, I've got my iced coffee, which I'm very happy about. Dan Lee says, is there such a thing as a drum carpet? I mean, when I think of drum carpet, I just think of the one that you take to a gig. I might be stupid. Maybe there's something more to it than that, but that's the one I know. Right, let's get going for Charlotte Bibby. Channon Bailey. Sorry, it's because it's the same initials. Because that's how simple I am. So, this song he sent to me last night. Bless him. He was so funny yesterday. So I sent him through the tape that I did and loved it. He was like, yeah, signed off, brilliant. But he apologised. He was like, I'm really sorry, you know, I didn't think that it would be such a an involved track. I was like, dude, it was awesome, and I love anything that takes me out of my comfort zone, anything that makes me think differently. You know, I had something so different in my head from what Channon heard, but that's a brilliant thing because it just made me think outside the box, which is a great thing. It does mean that, you know, it's probably, well, it did take me longer than another track would take me, but that's not what it's about. It's about creativity and about serving the song and the artist, and yeah, so Channon was happy, I'm happy, it was awesome. But now he said, it was alright, today's one is a little bit more straightforward. It's called She's American. I should have, oh, right, yeah. I don't think there's much of a backstory on this one, but what I will tell you is what he told me yesterday, which made me really laugh. What is it? Okay, so yeah, so today's song is Headed Your Way. I went easy on you, lol. I love that. This one I came up with on the spot like 2 weeks ago, just fooling around. Sounded too radio or poppy for me, and all I hear in my head with it, so I thought of scratching it, but then again, that wouldn't be fair to the song as a song, which I loved. So I figured I would add it to the album lineup. A little different demo tracking than expected. Not as acoustic or country as I thought. It was going to be called She's All Country, but keeping in theme, I changed it to She's American. I think I like it now, lol, after hearing the take. So I love that this song was written real quick. He almost reluctantly is just going, okay, we'll do it, because the song itself is kind of has taken over his judgment, which I love. It's just like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll do it. Sorry, I'm a little bit blurry again. This camera, honestly, I love it. I really genuinely love this camera when it's in focus. It really does love to go out of focus. There we go. So, let's switch over to this here, and let's do a chart, and then I will come back to the chat. Let's see how you guys are doing. Right, I haven't actually... I ordered some new in-ears yesterday. So, basically, what happened was, I mean, you know me, I'm always going to be completely honest with you. What happened was, I was recording all these videos, right? All these STEM Club videos, and it's still fine. And I was doing them with headphones on, like this, which is fine. But I do spend a lot of money on my hair, And if you're like this, I feel like I'm not maximising on my investment of my noggin. So I just thought, let me do some videos, pictures, whatever, with in-ears in. My live in-ears. These are the ones I use with Kim. In fact, that's when I bought them, was when I started with Kim. And obviously I use them with Voice Kids and any other gig that needs in-ears. And I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do that. So I put them in here because I knew I had a break, an extended break as it turned out, and started using them. They just sound brilliant, and I knew that. I knew it at the time, and I was like, cool, this is fun. What I didn't anticipate was when the in-ears had to come out of the studio because I had to go back to the Voice Kids. So at the weekend, just before the weekend, I took them out of the studio, packed them away, fine, whatever, put my recording headphones back in, and I'm just not enjoying it. I'm just not it's fine, the sound is fine, but compared to what it was, which was just lovely, it was just an easy, and I don't know, I guess I just got used to it. I got spoiled. So last night I bit the bullet and just went, you know what, I'm just going to get another pair, literally the same. The only difference is so my live ones are purple on the outside, these ones are going to be white to go with the studio. And then, this is how I'm justifying it to myself, then at least it's like a spare pair in case my other ones break or something. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm not convinced why I told you that story, but there we go. It's happened. Okay, so let's get going. Oh, that was, I know what that one was. That was hitting a number, because the numbers make the finger, the screen change size, which I think you can configure which number goes to which. In fact, I should do that. In fact, I already have, because 1 is that. Oh, what's 2 then? 2 is that. Oh, they're all like the same. Whoa, that's massive. But that's good to know. What's that 4 then? Okay, sorry, this is not why you're here. Okay, let's have a look at She's American. She's American. She's not American. She's American. I always like it when people say that. It's American, not American. Okay. Sorry, that was a bit loud. Apologies. Brilliant. Yeah, I really like that. That's really, really cool. So this is probably going to sound weird. So you see when I'm charting, like for instance, these sections here, I'm not convinced that they're 16 bars long. Like, I know there's definitely 2 bars of like a tag, and then, but what it is for me, it feels like 16 bars. So it's probably more likely that it's 14 bars. But just in case anyone's like counting along, going, Emily, you're wrong. You're probably right. But what's important is it's what it feels like rather than what it actually is. So yeah, great, love this. I love that he's like, right, I've given you an easier one today. But yeah, no, this is going to be really cool. I love that guitar, and there's some nice bass work, and I like the builds. There's a couple of really nice builds that I think I can definitely build upon. So yeah, this will be fun. This will be very fun. Okay. All these cables, they're just like in my way and stuff. I need like, what do I need? A little hook or something, just to hook these cables. Right, let's go back to the chat. Oh, you guys have been chatting away. So, where did I get to? Oh, Tony's running. I can hear it. So, is there such a thing as a drum carpet? And it's a sucker for a drum product, me. Haha. Charlotte, enough of me. Let's hear some drums. Yeah, I mean, I think that should be the tagline of every time I go live. It should be enough of that. Well, not enough of me. Well, yeah, I mean, enough of me. Let's hear some drums. I think that's actually the most apt tagline ever for pretty much everything that I do, actually. Stop talking and hit something. So, Mooncat says, drum carpet equals very expensive. I found getting barrier mats from eBay much more effective. Ooh, currently I'm drumming for Balfour BT Construction. Oh, that's interesting. And Nathan says, Mooncat drums. Ha, that's awesome, Carl. That is awesome. David says, oh, I forgot about the good news. I passed the audition for Rocking 1000. That's so cool. Congratulations, David. That's amazing. Ah, well done. Tell us where we can see what you're up doing and if we can help and all that sort of stuff. Nathan's, no, not Nathan. Dan said, oh, thanks for that. I just use normal carpet, so I'll have a look into drum carpet. Yeah, it's expensive, but yeah, it is good. It basically, I think that the only difference is that it's got like rubber backing, so it kind of is non-slip, basically. Dan says, awesome, David, congrats. Yes, congratulations, David Frontman from Nathan. Jed says, well done, David. Carl is saying, look to Dan, look out for the X reception mats, rubber-backed barrier mats, much cheaper than the branded ones. Carl, you're a genius. I need to write that down because I'm not going to remember that. I don't remember anything. But so what are they called? They're X reception mats. X reception. I mean, not that I need any drum mats right now, but so rubber-backed barrier mats. Barrier mats. Barrier mats. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna look it up though. I wonder if you can get them in fun colours. Can you get them in fun colours? I feel like in receptions, you're not going to get very fun colours. Nathan said, Stan, I've got a protection racket one and added some horseshoes on the mark out. Oh, cool. Hold all the feet and legs in place. I remember that was such a big thing at some point. Like those little horseshoe things. I can't even remember who made them. Was it someone like Tuna Fish? Or oh no, it was Baskey. Was it Baskey? That's who I remember at least, but I could be wrong about that, or maybe it was Big Dog, or I can't remember. Mooncat Drum saying congrats to David, and Nathan saying thank you to everyone. Thank you. Maysel's here. Hello, Maysel. Lovely to see you, Mr. Cheshire. Dan Lee says, I don't know why I entertained myself so much trying to say your name and just hoping that it's correct. Dan Lee says, no, Dan Lee has retracted his message. David says, gracias. Mooncat. Jed says, I've got carpet for my Roland drums. It's anti-slip vibration mat made by Roland. So Jed, check it out. Roland also do, which I used on the Tom Bailey gig. Actually, what we were actually using it for was rehearsals for his Poor Neighbours. They make this, it's like a, what is it like? It's like some thick rubber. It's a thick rubber pad about that big, but it's on little legs, I suppose. They're like mini Bosus. That's how I'm going to describe them. And it's to put your pedal on so that when you're kicking the kick drum, the vibrations kind of don't go through the floor as much. Really interesting. Do I still have it? If I do, I probably shouldn't. But I think it's in the garage right now. But yeah, really good. A really good bit of kit. If you have any downstairs neighbours or anything like that, and to stop vibrations going through the house, it's a really good little piece of kit. But yeah, made by Roland. Never seen anyone else make them. Not that I've been looking. But yeah, it's really cool. And David says, yes, she's American. And Dan Lee says, thanks, Mooncat. I'll check out those two. Nathan is saying to me, yes, I have to make sure I only use my in-ear monitors for drumming now. I used to watch movies with them in. And then when I had to send them off for some maintenance, movies sucked. I will not be making that mistake. However, I do have, I also got hold of a pair of these Bose sports sound headphones that I've had for years. I bought them a pair on a Howard Jones tour back in 2016 in the States, and honestly, I can't use anything else. They're not these ones without wires, because I can't. The idea of that stresses me out, because often with my ones with wires, I just take them out and leave them around my neck, like if I'm walking or if I'm sort of chatting to someone or whatever it is. And I just have this vision of me doing that, thinking that they're on a wire and they're not, and they're going to fall out, and I lose stuff. Like, I'm going to lose them, so I'm not going to do that. So anyway, but like you say, I feel like they're going to stop making them soon. So I bought. I mean, the ones that I had they are literally falling apart, and the battery doesn't last as long as it should. So I've ended up buying a replacement lot for those as well. Anyway, I don't know how we got into this. Oh yeah, in-ears. Yeah, you spoil yourself for life, literally, by having in-ears. But I luckily have not gone for super expensive pairs with tons of drivers, so I really, become high maintenance in the earphone department. I already am, really. Nathan says that's another sweet tune. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really cool. It's just, I really like his guitar work. It really is, I don't know, it just really works for me for whatever reason. And Jed says, this is a great track, love it. Yeah. Oh, Luke J. Hatfield is here. Hello, Luke, how are you? Hi, Emily, are you using OBS to live stream? Yes, I love OBS. It's so good. I'm not exactly a whiz at it, to say the least, but it does such a good job. Just, this and this and this and that. Yeah, love a bit of OBS. So I will always recommend, if you ever want to do live streaming and have different sort of scenes, as they're called. I think that's what they're called. Oh, yeah, scenes. Then it's a really good program. It's free. And the best way to learn about it is just to get it and use it and go on their forum. It's amazing. And Nathan said, yeah, Basky. Yeah, I thought it was the horseshoe things to put on the mat. I think Charisse used them for a little while, but I think for me, only because I'm always doing a different gig with a different setup, like tape is the most logical thing, and my poor techs have to kind of wrestle with each other's markings. I should really have a different mat for different gigs. Well, now I can look up the X reception mats, barrier mats. David says, Madloba. Thank you, Emily. Madloba. Oh, Madloba. That's awesome. I won't remember that ever, but that's really cool. Thank you for trying to teach me a bit of another language. Charlotte says, aha, nice one, Mooncat drums. And Maisel says, she did, guys. She pronounced perfect the Tejera. It's only taken me, 2 months? Perfect. Nathan says, have you seen those floating floors with the 2 boards and the tennis balls? No, but that is essentially what this is. It's like that, but not with tennis balls, with Bosus. I'm so sorry that the way that I describe things is so odd sometimes, but when something just gets in your head and you're like, well, that's it. That's what it is. Carl says basically the mats are the type that they have in the office receptions, etc. They often get replaced before they're too tatty. That's clever. I paid about 20 quid for mine. Bright blue, nice. 5 foot by 6 foot. Do you know what, Carl? You are onto something there. It's like I'm sure you've seen me talk about this. Have I got them in here? I must have some. Oh, sorry, this might be a bit loud. What the heck are these? There's usually one. Oh, okay. So, moon gel, right? Moon gel is expensive, and for anyone that's in it that doesn't know what that is, what it is it's stuff that you put on your drums. It's kind of gummy, and it's to dampen the drums rather than using like gaffer tape or tissue paper or whatever, or tea towel. So, yes, moon gel, very expensive. However, window stickers, not so expensive. Basically, you can get a pack of these for a couple of quid, and you get fun shapes, you get fun colours, and you probably get about, what, 20 in a pack? In a pack of moon gel, the last time I checked, it was like 12 quid, and you get like 6. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Made from the same stuff. The only thing I will say is that sometimes they do stain your drum, like your drum heads. So if that's a problem for you, then just be aware of that. It's not a problem for me. I literally don't care. It's awesome, and people always comment on the fact that you have, like, I've got stars, I've got hearts, I had shamrocks at one point. Yeah, really fun. Just another little fun little thing. But yeah, I'll look into that. Those reception mats. Nathan's saying, hey to Luke, hey people. And Jed says, lol, keep pressing buttons, you will lose us by pressing the wrong one. Oh, keep pressing buttons, you will lose us by pressing the wrong one, lol. Yeah, I mean, I've managed to not lose you so far, so that's good, I feel. Yeah, so far. And Nathan says, let's all visit Carpet Carl. Charlotte said, I've seen these window stickers. You can get them at Halloween, yeah, and Christmas too. That's true. That's very true. And so the heart ones you get Valentine's Day. The star ones, they may be like 4th of July or something. But yeah, just get them online. The first place I saw them actually was in Japan. And it was in what is essentially a pound shop. It's the 100 yen shop. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like a pack of 20, 1 quid. I was like, I just bought them all. There weren't that many packs. But yeah, it's great. I just love it. It's little things like that really brighten my day, which makes me probably very silly, but that's fine. And Walrus Taz is here. Hello, David Travis Dixon is in the house. Are we talking drum rugs? I picked up a fake Persian rug from a garage sale for $5 and then grabbed some non-slip matting from my local dollar store. Bit of spray glue later and bosh, drum rug. Dude, I'm loving you right now. However, I would probably mess that up, so I think I need the pre-done stuff. Otherwise, it's just going to turn into an art project that looks like a kid has sort of done it in an arts and crafts Saturday afternoon, and I'm not the best at that sort of stuff. Oh, I haven't. No, in fact, I can't tell you about this yet, but I will tell you about it another time. I've got a new hobby, but part of it is, this is just in case either my mum is watching, because she said she would, or my sister, because I'm making presents via my new hobby. I'll tell you about it, but it won't be till, I guess, Christmas, which is quite annoying. But anyway, sorry, that was a completely pointless thing to say. So Mooncat Drum says, moon gel substitute, Halloween time at Aldi, the window clings. Yeah, reduced to 89p. See, there you go. Perfect. So good. And Nathan says, I bet the window stickers don't get all grotty like moon gel. They do. This is an old one, and hold on, let me just see. I suppose it doesn't look that grotty, does it? I'll tell you what I'm about to do, though, ruin the whole being in focus thing. Oh no, it's behaving. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a bit grotty, but yeah, the thing is with moon gels, they seem to melt as well, so I guess the compound is slightly different. These never melt, only they stain, but they don't melt. Oh, here's another one. And Nathan says, I know Minel's Drum Honey has a plastic top now to stop, so it's definitely an issue. Oh, drum honey. I've never even heard of drum honey to stop that, so it's definitely an issue. So the melting thing must be an issue. Okay, so should we go and record some drums? Since we're all here, and since, you know, Channon asked, it's a good reason, isn't it? Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna do 3 takes. I'd imagine there's like I say, there's a few like builds here and there that I want to capitalise on. There's a few interesting dynamic moments, little solo towards the end, and I like that stop. Oh, that's the other thing I was gonna say. I'll probably end up putting some sort of tambourine on there as well, I'd imagine. Okay, nice. So I'm going to switch you over to the live room, as always, as you know. And yes, I'll be back in around about 3 takes. I think the snare drum will be good for this, but I might just tweak it a tad. Okay, right. I will be back. If you have any questions, stick them in the chat, and I will continue to talk rubbish at you after we've got some takes down, and we can edit something together. All right, see you shortly. That's a good song, isn't it? Oh, I really enjoyed that a lot. A lot. That was awesome. Still very hot. Right, let's just say that. Okay, so just gonna come back to the chat for a sec. In fact, before I do, I've saved it, but let me just do a, what we're doing? Saving the alternative, that's what I want to do. Just before I forget to save the alternative, you know? Oh, we lost some frames during that, I'm really sorry. Oh, yeah, we're still losing frames. Ooh, what's happening there? Oh! Apologies, for some reason, I could have sworn I stopped my Dropbox from syncing, but apparently I didn't, so that's what was happening there. So apologies for that. Apologies. But hopefully we'll all be good now. Okay. Oh goodness, this hot. So where did we get up to? So Danley says, great product talk and advice today. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to this. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Nathan says, the power of the hive mind. I don't know what that means, but yes, why not? True. What's the hive mind? Does that mean when you're like in a group of people or something, like just chatting about ideas? It sounds like it would be. Marcel says the harmony is so crazy in some parts. Do you mean the guitars? Because that's really, I love it. Walrus Test David says, maybe it's just because I'm always looking for an excuse to wail on my new cowbell, but I feel like there was a heap of parts where the cowbell on the click actually really suited. That's interesting. I will definitely, yeah, I'll bear that in mind actually. Like I said, I definitely want to put a tambourine on, so when I get the cowbell out as well, I can always just mute it, so it's fine. Marcel says, nice, huh? Nathan says, Walrus Test, yes, it's the chuggy guitar, yes. Oh, so maybe it's in those sort of down sections, whatever they are. And oh, Walrus is actually not the short phrase before the chugging guitar. Yeah, when it's just like single notes for a couple of bars. Yeah, that's exactly where my brain just went. So, David, we're on a level here. And Nathan says, yeah, I get you, man. It makes you want to dance. Isn't it funny how some things are just like inherently are like stick out in the same way to people? It's really interesting. I find it super interesting. And Hanley says, love a cowbell. Orista says, much like when the mighty Boosh said it's impossible to be unhappy in a poncho, it's also impossible to be unhappy playing or hearing a cowbell. That is a drummer talking, because I can tell you that is not true for what instrumentalists really hate cowbell. Well, violinists probably wouldn't enjoy it much. And Charlotte says, I like this, sounds a bit like the Lars guitar. Oh yeah, and there she goes. Yeah, very true actually. Very American, which helps since that's the title. He's totally nailed the title and the vibe. Nathan is laughing at David, which is quite funny. Jed says, I'm loving this tune. Did someone mention a cowbell? Stop talking about a cowbell. Oh, I'm going to have to do it now. I'll do it and we'll see. Because I do feel that section is the only bit that I'm a bit like, I'm not convinced about what I'm doing. So maybe it's because it needs something like that. I feel like a shaker's going to be too much, but maybe a cowbell will work. I can't believe you guys are bringing me around to the idea of using a cowbell. Crying out loud. And Nathan says, Charlotte, right on. And Nathan said, I only ever get to play my cowbell on shows on like one song. Is it a U2 song? What song has a cowbell on it? Not that I'm a massive U2 aficionado, of course, but I know a few songs. Oops. See, the only one that I ever got to use it on was obviously Brown Sugar, and then there's a song by Joe Burt that I play with. My feet are hot. What's it? Oh goodness, I can't even remember what it's called. Little Lover. That's it. That's got a cowbell right at the start. It's really good. Right. It's here. Yeah, Gone. I don't know if I know that song. I'm sure I'd know if I heard it, for sure. Actually, before I start whipping out a cowbell, let me comp something together and then we'll look at all the other bits and bobs. Okay. So we're on a comp. Let's just do something. I really enjoyed let's get rid of this little take to stop any issues, hopefully. I think I really liked the first take. I think I did. Was it the first take or was it the second? I liked all of them for different reasons. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, let's just start listening, eh? And then we'll go from there. Right, turn off the click. We'll deal with the cowbell in a bit. So, I'm just going to turn up. Sorry, the template I'm using, the drums are so quiet because I've been doing stem part stuff. So it's yeah, it's. But compared to the track, it's not very that works actually. I like that. I didn't think I would like it that much. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, digital distortion on his track, not mine. Oh, the fear. like that. That kind of, I don't know, I really like it. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. What is there to say? Really, I really enjoyed that. I thought the parts worked. I think yeah, it does need something like. Let me just flatten this. Flatten fade, and then I'm going to add in some percussion. Flatten that. Just do a. Shouldn't be doing it that zoomed out really. Let's see. It's a waste of everyone's time. This is going to be those ones where it's just like, oh, it's done, but you didn't realise that it happened. If that makes sense, right? Percussion. Oh, I need to pop. I'm sorry, that's fine. Right. So I don't want a shaker. I do want a tambourine. Let me put on the tambourine first, and then we'll think about cowbell. In fact, I will do cowbell just because you guys are totally like. And actually, it would be an interesting little difference for this that section that we were talking about. This one here. Oh, in fact, you were saying that it sounded good with the click. Like that's what made you guys think of it. So let's do that. Let's just hang it for a sec. It's funny, I think it's just because I could only hear it as a click, so anyway, it's fine. I'm going to do it. But let's, yeah, like I said, let's start off with the... we'll start off with the tambourine. And I'm just going to mute you in the room, and then I'll record this, and then I don't even know what I'm recording actually, but I'm just going to let it happen. And then I'll come back to the chat. Okay. Right, right, I'm muting you now, so apologies. I think you can still hear me in this mic a little bit. I think that's enough. I think that's enough percussion. I just wanted to add a shaker there just for the end because we're missing out on the old hi-hats and that frequency. I didn't want it to drop out. And you guys were right. Cowbell, yes. Correct. I like that a lot. So, right, I'm going to come to the chat and then I'll listen to it with fresh ears because that probably makes the most sense. And then I can move around any. Nothing really stood out to me that needed to be moved, but I'll listen through next time with that in mind and we'll see if that means anything. But yeah, I really like where it's at. I mean, man, it's just when a song is inherently good, it makes it really easy for me because I just play what I feel should be there, if that makes sense. And it's all very just instinctual. So I hope you guys think it sounds good. I hope that Channon thinks it's good. Right, so where were we at? So la 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 la. Yeah, go on. Nathan says check out the live version from the Elevation Tour Chicago where the Edge gets angry at the end for cutting his solo off. That's hilarious. Allegedly, love it. Walrus Tass says non-music question. What cameras do you use for streaming? So this is a Logitech something. I don't know what it is. It's a Logitech something. I basically, right, you're going to have to excuse me for a sec. This is just, I'm just looking for, no, don't know. I just looked up, like, what's a good webcam. Let me check that I'm still, yeah, visible. And Logitech was like, this Logitech one was the one. And, yeah, I don't really, I'm sorry, yes, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what model it is. I'm useless with stuff like that. It just works. So, Walrus Tass says, sorry for bringing up Cowbell. Promise I won't do it again, Heart. No, you're right. Absolutely right. And the fact that you were not the only one thinking that is a sign. Like, and look where we've ended up. I really like it with the Cowbell. I think it's really, like, it adds something and it brings it back to that, you know, that country vibe, that kind of rock and roll, Rolling Stones kind of vibe, which I love, obviously. Yeah, so that can't be anything but a good thing. So always be honest. Always be honest. David says, I always love tunes with a similar structure and harmony. Happy crush on someone tune. Oh yeah, no, it is, isn't it? It's very that. Yeah, that's a really good way of describing it, actually. Really, really good way of describing it. And yeah, there's something lovely, like you say, when you hear a song that almost sounds familiar upon first hearing it, there's something really cool about that, so I'm with you on that. It's lovely. It's it's a funny thing. Nathan said, yeah, simple music that makes you just want to move is a powerful thing. Literally, that is the reason I do my job. I just want people to move. That's it. And Dan Lee says, I can imagine this with lyrics. Me too, and I hope that I've imagined it right so that the phrasing doesn't get in the way. The phrasing does not get in the way, but we'll work it out. Nathan says, reminds me of when Dave Grohl is talking about Paul McCartney and saying how effortless it is when he makes music, and why can't it always be that easy? Paul's response, why can't it be? That's really good. I like that. That's really good. I love Dave Grohl and I love Paul McCartney, so yeah, good pairing there. Maisel says, here the popular name of the tambourine is Half Moon. Yeah, I think that is technically known as a, oh no, yeah, that is a Half Moon tambourine, and then you've got the full one, full tambourine. I don't know if do you call it a full moon tambourine? I don't know what we call it. Oh, sugar. We definitely call that a Half Moon tambourine though. And then there's the one with the skin on, which has a completely different name, I feel. Maybe. I might have actually made that up. And Nathan says, some stuff just works straight off the bat, totally. David says, I love how it's such a ubiquitous thing amongst drummers. Any quiet part of the song, dingling on the ride, never fails, always works, 11 out of 10, we're dingling again. You're not wrong. It's so true. I don't know what it is. We can't just leave it. Do you know what? In all honesty, it's the hardest part of playing on the Voice Kids is that sometimes you just have to sit there and not play a thing in sections like that, even though every fibre of your being wants to. But it's just one of those things. It's just like, it needs to be a very particular way, and yeah, so you better believe the struggle is real on that. Dan Lee says, Dave Grohl and Paul McCartney in the same sentence. Oh, yes. Walrus Tass says, Dan, watch Sound City. Oh, yeah, Sound City's wicked. If you haven't already, great documentary, awesome musicians, and then capped off with Dr. G, Pat Smear, and Chris, I can never say his surname, Novoselic, recording a tune with McCartney. Amazing. I actually ended up seeing that gig. They did a tour. I'm going to go and open the door. Oh, it's very hot. Yeah, so they toured. So after they released Sound City, they did a tour of just a bunch of songs that they recorded on it, I guess. I hadn't seen the documentary beforehand, so I really don't know what I was hearing, but it was essentially the Foo Fighters with a bunch of guests, and Taylor got up and sung a song as well, and or a couple of songs, and yeah, it was at the Forum in Kentish Town, which is one of my favourite venues because of who I've seen there. And like I saw John Mayer there when he first brought out Continuum, and it's just one of the best shows I've ever seen. He was very humble, he was very honest, he was very vulnerable, and it was lovely. And then seeing that gig, which was just one of these weird moments where you're like, what am I watching? Like, this is great, like, this is so weird, it's brilliant, it's so weird. And that was really fun, so I don't know why I'm telling you that, but anyway. Nathan said, Maisel, I think the one I lost on a gig was the D-shaped tambourine, little extra bit past the handle. I had to replace it with a cyclops like an oval due to the nearest drum shop to the gig. Oh, is that what that's called? Cyclops. Oh, I've got a cyclops. And then I've got I guess I've got a D one as well. And then I've got the tambourine hats as well, which I very rarely record, but occasional. And then here's a full one. Oh, with window stickers stuck to it. Oh, have I ever shown you guys this? This is random. Oh, and it's on the floor like a broken toy in a world of turmoil, as Tony would say. Oh my gosh. Ah, it's all going wrong here. Oh, I'm fine. So when I was probably about 7 or 8, we have a friend who is a tour bus driver, and we got home one day and he said he must have left a maybe he left a note through the door or left a message on the house phone. No, it couldn't have been that. It must have been a message through the door saying, look in your garden hedge or something. And in the garden hedge, let me just see if you can see this properly. I'll put it on this. Was this, and to Emily, one to me, one to my sister, and it's Phil Collins. Phil Collins' tambourine. Isn't that random? Anyway, that's the one that I was talking about with having a head on it, but I don't know what that's called technically. But yeah, this would have been from the 90s, I suppose. I've never actually properly looked at that. I probably should. I should probably actually put it on the wall. Yeah, I'm going to put this on the wall. Right, I'm going to put it over here. So that was fun. That was from Stuart Gibson. Gibbo's lovely. He's got me and Charisse and my family into many gigs. As soon as I said that this is what I wanted to do, he was like, right. He let us come see Weezer, and this is so sad. Okay, so at the time we went to Weezer, it was me and Charisse, 2001 it must have been, and I used to be obsessed with Muse. And on MTV2 there was this programme where bands would go through tracks that they really liked, and I remember watching the Muse one, and they really loved At the Drive-In, they had like one on Scissor, there was, I can't remember, there were a bunch of songs, but one of them was a Weezer song, and I was like, oh cool. And then in my head when Stuart was like, do you want to come see Weezer, I'm driving them, I was like, yeah, brilliant, maybe Muse will be there because, you know, obviously they like Weezer. Looking back, ridiculous way of thinking, but actually they were. So me and Charisse were walking out of the gig. We hung around at the end because that's what we've always done. And we were walking out, and as we were walking out, Dom, the drummer, and Chris, the bass player, walked straight past me, and I was like, Charisse. And my mum was with me as well, and I was like, it's Dom and Chris, it's Dom and Chris. And anyway, we collared them, obviously, because that's what we're like, and got chatting to them. And well, I say then, we got chatting to Dom, and my poor mum, well, not my poor mum, but my mum started chatting to Chris, and poor Chris, because my mum thought that they were friends from school. I asked, how do you know me and Charisse? Do you go to school together? Oh no, he was so sweet. Oh no, we're actually in a band. Oh right, what's the name of the band? Muse. Oh, we love your albums. Oh yeah, we just bought Origin of Symmetry. Love Showbiz. They were so sweet. They were so sweet. Anyway, and that was, I think, my first time on the tour bus as well. Like just looking on the tour bus. So Nathan says, Maisel, who knew there were so many options? Oh yeah, so many options. My brain just starts going. So can he help it? And Dan Lee. I just want to check. Yeah, I just had this moment. I was like, I hope I'm not muted for some reason. Dan Lee says, Walrus Test. Thanks. I've seen some, but I'll drop in and catch some more now you've mentioned it. Yeah, do have a look at that. Nathan says, Dan and the Dave Grohl / Lars Ulrich interview I keep sending everyone. Are you on Instagram? I don't think I've seen that. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure I would watch that, would I? I don't think I would. Not in a, I don't mean that in a bad way, I probably just wouldn't. And David says, college guy loving his teacher or a cheerleader. Yeah, that's very much this kind of song, isn't it? But I mean, everything about it makes sense. Your interpretation of it, my interpretation of it, how it sounds, and then it's called She's American. I mean, it's just like, it's all neatly wrapped in a bow, isn't it? It's so funny. Dan Lee says, oh right, they're all following, right, you're following each other on Instagram. Awesome. Boris Tass says, sneaking in a little cheeky Guiro. I see, nice. Oh, it is called a Guiro, isn't it? As I was typing it, I was going, is this called a Guiro? I'm pretty sure it's called a Guiro. But yeah, it's one of these things where you just doubt yourself. And Maisel says, cowbell! Yes, the cowbell is there. We got it in, people. We got it in. And Nathan says to David, especially one shaped like a frog. I need to get one of those. They're like the ones that you get in South America, I think. I think they're Peruvian specifically, aren't they? Or something like that. David says it's the best type, to be fair. It is, and I need one, really. Obviously, yeah, as if I don't have enough stuff. Nathan says to Dan, add it to the group chat. Thank you for doing that, Nathan. And I'm sorry that I ended up having to leave that group chat. It was nothing to do with anyone on there. It was just to do with me and my brain, and just needing to step back especially for the Voice Kids stuff. Logan Brewster here. Hello Logan, how are you? Okay, so Logan, David Travers Dixon is in this room as well. You are both from Australia, so obviously that means you must know each other and love each other and all that sort of stuff. So David is from Tasmania. Logan, I can't remember where in Oz you are, but I'm sure you can let us know. Logan is also another alumni, I guess, of the remote recording course, business course, which is super fun. And watching him as well grow and be all awesome and stuff. Like, yeah, it's super cool. Nathan says, hey Logan Brewster, long time no see. Yeah, it has been a while. How you been keeping? And Maisel says, guys, click the like. I don't know what that means. I don't know where the like is. If you try and put links up, sometimes they don't come up, so it might be a bit weird. It might be acting a bit weird. Logan says, doing well, thank you. Hope you're well. Sounds great. Oh, thank you, Logan. And well, it's barely to do with me, really. I'm just reacting to what Channon's recorded and written, and the awesomeness of that, of Candy Berlin. Jed Kenyon says, fab outcome. Joking apart about the cowbell, the percussion works nice. Yeah, I wasn't anticipating having this much percussion, but I feel like it works. Like I said, I'm going to listen back one more time with fresh ears. Maisel says, the one with the head is called, Pandero. Well, yes, of course it is. I should know it's here. Yeah, I think it is here as well. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. Your language is much more beautiful than mine. Sorry. Just checking that. I think I meant to have a couple of passes. Dan Lee says, I'm obsessed with Muse. And my daughter, she's 11. That's how old I was when I became obsessed with Muse. Yeah, love those. Well, I'll be straight up. I always will be with you guys, with everyone. But those first two albums, I adored. And actually, the Hullabaloo live album, adored. Played them to death, like absolute death. But everything past that, I'm not that into, in all honesty. But they were one of my first gigs I ever went to. The first gig I actually ever went to was Westlife. I think it was the second, like, big gig, proper gig that I went to, and it was at the London Docklands Arena, which is, I think, now where the Olympic Park is. It got shut years and years ago, but I was 14. It was me, my mum, my dad, my sister, I think, and Cherise, and I almost fainted because I was so hot and dehydrated. It was an amazing show. It was an amazing show, and I've never forgotten it. Origin of Symmetry had just come out, so all they played was stuff off of Showbiz and Origin of Symmetry. It was the best. I mean, when you're 14, everything's brilliant anyway, but it was really spectacular. Like, such a great show. Such a great show, and then they happen to be great guys as well, and great musicians, and I wanted to be their friends, basically. Yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it, especially Dom, obviously. Drummers in it, we all love each other. And Nathan says, love your stories, and yeah, they're always a bit tangenty. I almost want to say tangerine. So Logan's in Brisbane, and I have no idea where that is in relation to Tasmania, but I know it's not the same place, so yes, you're not in the same place. So, oh my gosh. So David saying, g'day, fellow Australian. Brilliant. Dan Lee says, the first gig I went to was Suede. Very cool. I supported Suede once in Manchester with a band called 10560, and I'm sure everyone in this room knows this, and this is a UK thing, so apologies if you're in Australia or anywhere else. So the bass player of Suede is the brother of, or is brothers with, his brother is Richard Osman from Pointless. You know, the really tall guy? Comedian, sort of, slash, he did his own show, so I don't know for a while. There's definitely a van kicking about, and I'm pretty sure that he's trying to deliver something to us. Anyway, it's fine. Yeah, they're brothers. And Richard Osman, I've met him once very briefly. Lovely man. And actually, so is his brother is lovely, the bass player. I can't remember his name right now. What's his name? It's something like Matthew. It's not Matthew, is it? Matt. It is Matt Osman. Yeah, he is a sweetheart. Obviously, he's a bass player. Jed says my first gig was OMD, supported by Gary Newman. Brilliant. I love OMD. Sorry, I just need to quickly look in case this is. You know what? Well, what will be will be. It's fine. If I miss a parcel, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, OMD, love OMD. I've played a few shows supporting OMD as well. Never seen Gary Newman though, but OMD put on such a great show. Oh my god, their frontman, is it Andy? I want to say it's Andy. Unbelievable showman. Unbelievable. Like, just so much, way more energy than I've got. Like, unreal. He's so good. And Nathan says, I think mine was Semisonic. Amazing. And Walrus Tass says, no way, that's actually my new favourite fact of the week. I love Suede and Osman. I'm glad I could help. So wait, so David, how do you know Richard Osman over there? Because, yeah, do they show Pointless over there? I wouldn't have thought that, but what do I know? I don't live in Australia. And Mooncat Drum says, Semisonic at Ace. I'll be honest, I don't think I know who Semisonic are, and I apologise. It sounds like a 90s band, but maybe that's because I'm thinking of Supersonic, the Oasis tune. But I'm sorry. And Carl says, internet keeps buffering here, folks, so keep losing the stream. Oh, it doesn't look like we've dropped any frames here for a while, but I could be wrong about that, so I'm sorry if it's my fault. I'm so sorry. Dally Warstash, yes. Jed Kenyon says, my favourite band, OMD. Yeah, Andy McCluskey, that's right. Andy. Yeah, he's a mate, like, not just vocally, but like I say, performance-wise, unbelievable. One of the best on the 80 circuit by a way. And Dan Lee, Suede, supported by Shed 7. Haven't heard of that band for a long time. Right, let's have a listen to this. Do you know what I should have done? What an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay, let me just, I'm just going to analyse. I don't think I'm going to be moving anything, but in case I am, I'm just going to process this, which I should have done whilst I've been chatting with you for so long, but what can I say? Being silly. So Nathan says the nostalgia is strong in this stream. Ha! Love a good bit of nostalgia. Love it. I'm trying to think what other fun gigs I saw when I was a kid. Do you know, it's a funny old thing. I saw Alice Cooper once. It was kind of fun. In fact, maybe that was my first gig. Because my cousin was supporting them. Yeah, so my cousin was in a band called the Choir Boys. If anyone's heard of them, they're a 70s band. And yeah, they were supporting, and their drummer at the time was Jason Bonham, and he was also playing with Alice Cooper same night. And he was walking around Wembley, the Wembley Arena, looking like Ali G. It's all very weird. Okay, right. I'm going to look at this. Let's listen and see if anything sticks out, see if I want to move anything. Whoa, I've just seen something that really has just caught my eye. Matthew State, first of all, hello, I don't think I've actually said hello to you yet today. My first gig was Ozzy Osbourne when I was 4, then second gig was The Darkness when I was 5. Matthew, you're about to make us feel all very old. How old are you? Because when The Darkness came out, I was 18, I think. I'm not convinced about that, actually. Anyway, let's listen and I'll come back to that. Let me just get rid of all that faffing at the beginning with the percussion, because that is not very good sounding, essentially. That really didn't make a lot of sense either. Okay, right, let's try. Ride. What a great tune. I mean, you just can't deny that as a basic fact. It's just like, it's great. It's just great. I don't know what to say. Let's get back to this chat real quick, and then I think I'm going to be signing off, it sounds like. So Logan says, Choir Boys from Australia. No, Choir Boys from London. So Choir Boys with a Q. And Walrus Tass, all my family are from the UK, so despite being born and raised here, I have had a very British upbringing very British upbringing and life. People keep asking when I moved from the UK to Australia. Do you know, that's funny, because when we spoke, I didn't get a twinge of English, but maybe now I know that, maybe I will next time I hear your voice. Like the last time I was in the UK visiting family in St Helens, I think the musical director from The Voice Kids is from St Helens. Is that near Manchester? They kept pointing out that I don't look or sound like Australian. Brilliant, I love that. Yeah, it's St Helens. Is that near Manchester? Because if it is, then yeah, I think the music director from The Voice Kids is also from there. Nathan says, I'm pretty sure I saw the Choir Boys and Thunder somewhere like Milton Keynes when I was younger. You probably did, because they definitely played with them, whether they supported or whatever. I can't remember, but I saw them with Thunder. I think they might have supported. I saw them at, I want to say it was the Astoria, and it probably was around about 2001, maybe? So, yeah, you probably did. They were on bills together a lot. Logan says, oh, Choir Boys are a different band, yeah. Nathan says to Logan, not sure to be honest. I'm sure we'll find out in a moment. Oh yeah, Choir Boys with a Q. Matthew State is 21, born in 1999. That was the year that I started playing drums. That's awesome. Congratulations on being young. Wow, 5 years old. Wait, so you were going to gigs at 4 and 5? That means that you must have been getting in, like, not through the front door, should we say? Because yeah, that's unless it was maybe it was a festival or something. Yeah, because I don't know. I thought it was 14 before you can go to, or 12 with an adult or something going to gigs, something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's changed. I have no idea. I'm old. What can I say? Walrus Tass says, yeah, between Liverpool and Manchester. I was about to swear. Yeah, Dave Tench is from St Helens. How weird. David Travis Dixon. So is it your mum's side, did you say? Is all your family? So yeah. Anyway, Dave Tench, also from St Helens. How funny. Literally, he's the only person I've ever heard mention St Helens. And he was like, oh, you won't know where it is. But yeah, how funny. Small world. Dan Lee says, Northwesterner here too, Walrus Tass. I love it. I love the North and the Northwest. Just, yeah, anywhere north of Watford Gap is good in my books. Walrus Tass says, born in 1999. Yep, we're all old, it's fine. Jed says, I'm feeling so old. Born in 66. I love it. Oh, well, it's all good. We're all young at heart. That's why they call it playing music. Playing. That's why we all stay so young. Anyway, right, I think I'm happy with this. So I guess I'm going to bounce it down, send it over and see what Channon thinks. He can wake up to this tape, which is kind of fun. If he's not secretly in here, of course. And Nathan says at Danley, I can't believe your roots, Dan. It's such a great story. Oh man, Danley, you've left us on a cliffhanger. You're going to have to tell us this story, whatever it is, later on for sure. Matthew says, yes, sorry to make you guys feel old. Oops, and absolutely loving the chat today, and what you've recorded sounds awesome. Thank you, Matthew. That's very kind of you to say. Maysell Drums is 1990, so you are 3 years younger than me. Maysell Tejera. And Logan is 1996. Stop it. All you young people. Danley says, thanks, Nate. And David says, great stream until next time. Guys, I've loved having you here. Not just today, actually, this week. I'm pretty sure all of you in the room right now have been in here this week. Charlotte Bibby, 95. Youngins. Had fun here today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jed. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Next week, I'm filming. I'm away filming, so I won't be live. There's a small chance that I might do an Instagram live on... What day is it? So Garden Tuesday, rehearsal Wednesday, Thursday. Potentially, maybe from my hotel room or something. I might, maybe. It just depends how tired I am, basically, because I don't want to knacker myself out for filming, obviously. But if not, if that doesn't happen, when's my next session booked in? Is it the week after? I think it's in fact, I'm not going to look at my phone, it's rude. Yeah, I'm going to say it's the week after, but you'll see on my social media, usual sort of stuff. But look, it's lovely seeing you guys, you know what I mean, chatting with you guys, having you here. Keep well, have a lovely weekend, have a lovely week after that, and yeah, I'll see you back in here at some point. Alright, lots of love to you guys, have an amazing day, amazing week. Love you all, loads. Alright, see you later.